That in mind, watch this. Okay, see how that happened? Boom, right away the first one comes in. It's all broken up digital signal. Here you go. Here's the first one. Watch, here you go. Boom, it's breaking up everything. Then the second one goes by. Come on, everybody. This is very slow-mo. Look at that. Take a second. Look at that ship. Folks, that is a starship. That is a Sepoian ship. They love the circular thing.
And not to mention the video evidence as well.
That's it.
So we know what they are, and we know what pertains to them in the Holy Scriptures.
We're living in a time where everyone's carrying a video camera in their pocket, man.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Every eye shall see and every tongue confess. These are the days. These are the days.
Right.
Yeah, and the elites know.
Yeah, the elites know. They don't want you lot knowing, because then it validates that the Bible's real. It shows you how much the Bible is real. The Bible has no contradictions, and there's a logical explanation proving that this Bible is real. If they start speaking out against the Israelites, hey, it's going to bring a lot of attention to the Israelites. They don't want that either. So these people are caught in a trick bag. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 31 and verse 5. It says, "As birds flying, so will Yahawah of hosts defend Jerusalem." And it's not talking about Jerusalem as the place. It's talking about the people, because Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Defending, also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it. Okay, so really what I want to focus on, it says, as birds flying. Now how do birds fly, man? Like in clusters, man. And they fly about in groups and in formation and swift. You know, this is how the Lord is coming back, man. This is how the Lord is going to destroy America when he comes. You know, also it's going to be the nuclear missiles, the ICBM missiles, but the Chariots are going to show up on that same day.
As you say, as birds flying.
Yeah.
And in the book of Jeremiah 4 and 13, it says, these horses are swifter than eagles.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So that's the comparison. And what they're comparing it to, they're comparing it to things that are actually in the heavens that can move with flight. They're comparing it to things with flight.
As birds flying, that's right. And I got a precept to that actually in the book of Nahum, chapter 2 and verse 4. And it says, "The chariots shall rage in the streets. They shall jostle one against another in the broadways. They shall seem like torches. They shall run like the lightnings." So, jostle against one another, that's what birds do when they're flying around in groups in the sky, man. You know? Yeah. And a lot of the sightings that we've been seeing in the times that we're living in is swarms and fleets of chariots, where it's not just 1, 2, or, you know, a lot of times you see 3 in a group, but you see a lot of videos out there where there's actually like swarms of chariots, like birds flying.
Yeah.
It says here they seem like torches. What do torches do? They're lights. It seems like lights in the sky.
Those chariots are real, you know, and they've always been here from the beginning of time. So these chariots are there to make that will of the Most High happen. And in the end times, that will of the Most High will be total destruction.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 4. It says, "And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding in itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire." So this is describing what the world calls today UFOs, man. Okay.
Yeah. Does it have any more on that?
Oh, it has a lot more. And just quick jump down to verse 9. It says, "Their wings were joined one to another. They turned not when they went. They went every one straight forward." These things don't turn as they go. Like the modern airplane you see in the sky today, as it flies, you will see the nose of the plane turn the direction that it's going to turn. But because these wings were joined together, making a disc shape, they didn't turn whichever way they went. They just went. Alright, and I'm going to jump down to verse 12. And they went everyone straight forward. Whither the Spirit was to go, they went. And they turned not when they went. Verse 9 and 12 go hand in hand. It's describing how they just don't turn when they go. They just go whichever direction they want to go. And they stop on a dime, man. And if they want to go straight up and then down, they do that, man. What vehicle on earth can do something like that? And because of the fact that we've got so many sightings of these craft doing these things, this is obviously describing a UFO. So this is a bit of knowledge for you people out there that didn't know this, man. It's in the book of Ezekiel chapter 1. Read it for yourself.
Yeah, I'm going to read the book of 2 Kings, chapter 6, and I'm going to read from 15. And when the servant of the man of Yahawah was risen early and gone forth, behold, a host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. These chariots that the Most High had put around him were for his protection. The Most High will bring an entourage of war against the heathen to keep his servants alive, if he so chooses. The book of 2 Kings has got a lot of things about chariots.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 7, and it reads, And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. So that's talking about your space force. You know, when they go up and try to fight these celestial crafts, which we know as the chariots, they're going to be wiped out completely. The pride of this devil, Esau, thinks that he can create a space force to contend with that force. He's absolutely out of his mind.
You're going to need to match that way, man. How you think the one that created everything is going to be beaten by a damn Edomite with his little poxy little space force, man?
By his creation.
The hell, are you crazy? Like, what is this guy thinking, man? And this is the man ruling over us right now. Absolute madman.
Yeah, and I'm going to just finish up verse 9 as well. It says, And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So that's talking about Esau's fall. You know, Esau is going down.
His angels are his air force, his military, right, man. His space force, if you will, you know? His poxy little space force, man. It makes you laugh, really, thinking about it. Like, you really going to create a space force to come up against the Most High? And it describes it right here in the Bible. This is why we know what he's up to.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Space. Going to be a lot of things happening in space. Because space is the world's newest warfighting domain. Amid grave threats to our national security, American superiority in space is absolutely vital. And we're leading, but we're not leading by enough, but very shortly we'll be leading by a lot. The Space Force will help us deter aggression and control the ultimate high ground. With today's signing, I will proudly appoint General J. Raymond, the first Chief of Space Operations, and he will become the very first member of the Space Force, and he will be on the Joint Chiefs. He will be on the Joint Chiefs, which are now expanding by one position. That's a very powerful position. So, General Raymond, congratulations, and thank you for everything you've done.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13, and I'll start at verse 1. It says, "And it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night,